Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of ECK Sports, and today I am back at it with another video, and this one's probably just going to be short. Yeah, the Predators were eliminated from the playoffs, and sorry for the lack of uploads recently. There's just been a lot going on with school, so I haven't really been able to get out videos as consistently, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Predators season, and of course, as a Predators fan, getting eliminated from the playoffs was a little bit tough. Let's start with Game 1. Game 1 was great after Drew Davis hit the 2-run home run, threw his bat over the fence. Warda hit a homer, Kracht hit a homer, and we bounced back very nicely. Game 2 is where the losing starts, I guess. We lost Game 2, lost Game 3. What sucks is that we probably should have won Game 2. We really should have. We had the bases loaded with nobody out. Kracht strikes out, swings at a low drop ball. Warda looks at a slider, which for some reason, I don't know what was going on, but Warda was looking at a lot of sliders right down the middle. I don't know what was really going on with that. I noticed that a lot last year too with Barron. It's something about Barron's slider that tricks Warda, even though Warda did take it deep. But before that, last year at least, he was looking at Barron's slider left and right, right on the top of the zone or right down the middle. So I don't really know what it is about that pitch. But then Barron throws another slider, Russ hits one to right, was literally an inch away from getting out, an inch away from being dropped, which would have resulted in the Predators win had either of those two things happened. And I wish one of those two things happened. If Drew Davis was in right field, honestly, he probably would have just jumped, crashed into the fence, and caught it. So that would have probably been a much more of a clean catch. But the fact that, it was Sean, that probably made it a little bit more close. Nothing against Sean on defense, but again, it was just so close. And the problem was that we weren't able to manufacture runs in games 2 and 3. Kracht and Warda just really didn't, show up when they really needed to. I thought Russ kind of did. When the game was on the line in Game 3, he kind of showed up. When the game was on the line in Game 2, he showed up. I know he flied out, but he almost hit a home run, almost won the Preds a game. I still think that he's up there for most clutch player, considering his home run in Toledo, home run against the Gators, what he did against the Eagles in the last regular season game was pretty clutch as well. So it was kind of a rough series at the plate for both squads. Flynn hit a homer, Drew hit a homer in Game 3, and Barron was able to close it out. And that was kind of a problem, at least for me. I'm a little bit concerned about Kracht because he's pitched 5 games in the playoffs and he's given up a home run in 4. Barron, it was kind of just one game where he gave up all the runs, and that was it. Kyle got absolutely crushed, so we haven't really seen another pitcher other than Kraft pitch 5 games. We'll see how Jimmy does in the NLCS, as he gave up a few runs in Game 2 and Game 1 and shut them out in Game 3. And we'll see how that series goes. But overall, I thought the Predators had a really good season. They beat the Gators narrowly, but still good. Beat the Wildcats. Toledo, Ryan Kraft looked great, and then they swept the Magic. The series sweep to the Cobras was tough. But then they came back, beat the Eagles, swept the Wildcats in the ALCS in dominant fashion. The ALCS was a little bit tough. But next year, this is who we're going to have to face. And if we want to win the World Series next year, we're going to have to face the Cobras. We're going to have to face the Wildcats. And if we can continue playing the way this year that we did against the Wildcats, that would be great. Now we just have to play against the Cobras like we did in 2019 and 2020. Hopefully we can figure them out, and hopefully we can figure this out. Predators will need to figure out how to beat the Cobras next year. Overall, just player analysis. Ryan Kraft was great on the mound at the plate, and is probably the MVP. Alec Warda had a pretty solid season. Not great, but pretty solid. And Brendan Russell was also really good. We had 3 really good hitters that could all go deep at any moment, and we had a really good ace pitcher. Where I'm concerned is our number 2 arm situation. Stephen McGlade was not good this year. He had a 4.5 ERA, just wasn't really that good. One problem with him, especially toward the end of the season, is for some reason, he just completely stopped throwing his riser. I don't know why, but he just completely abandoned it. And his drop ball was kind of a little worse, honestly. A lot of the times his drop ball was kind of more of a slide drop rather than just a normal drop ball. Against the Wildcats, I know he still gave a few runs, but if you look at how he was pitching against the Wildcats, he had that really nice, 12-6 drop that he usually throws, and he had that really nice riser. But in the second half of the season, his drop had a lot of slide to it. He just stopped throwing his riser, and I think that was a problem for him and why he got shelled by the Cobras, and the Eagles saw him well. So I think that was kind of the issue. So in the draft with the 5th or the 6th pick, I would honestly consider trading up, maybe try to trade for someone, maybe try and trade for someone to compete with McGlade, draft someone to compete for McGlade, maybe try and trade up if there's some really good prospects and you get the 5th pick. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching, and if you did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.